Hi, I'm Janet Yuen. I'm the Head of Business Model Innovation at HSBC for Asia Pacific. So HSBC is a bank, and it will always be a bank. It's not about not becoming a bank. It's about understanding that customers want to access their banking in a very different way now than they did in the past, right? So they want to bank with us through any channel, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, wherever and whenever is convenient for them. And that really is very, very digital. And so as we think about what does it mean to become, deliver great value and service to our customers, it means understanding digital much better than we previously did. A couple of years ago, digital was just a handful of people, and it was very much like a startup, just a couple of people, no office space, perched up on a shelf with no chair, just having to try to find, space to do their work with no resources, and you just have to keep doing what you're doing because you believe that it needs to be done. And it's funny actually, because there's a lot of situations where that's true, not just for HSBC Digital, but in other areas as well. I think when you don't work in a big corporate, you maybe think of the big corporate as being one big thing, right? So HSBC is just all the same. All of it is HSBC. But actually with HSBC and all other big corporates, it's comprised of many different teams that do a lot of different things. And in many cases, any new initiative has to start from, one small group of people. And effectively that's entrepreneurship, right? A small group of people come up with an idea, or maybe it's just one person who talks to another person, who talks to another person, and suddenly you've got a small team. That's effectively like a startup within the organization, because you've got, a singular vision that's driving you together to achieve something great, right? And you might have just as many ambitions as, your average startup founder would have. And so entrepreneurship is like entrepreneurship in many ways, because you've got to get the same kind of support and the same kind of excitement in other people around you as you yourself have as a founder, whether you're inside an organization or outside. So that's how I think of it. I always really welcome feedback. I think feedback is really amazing. It's, it's the best gift that someone can give you, to be honest with you, about what you're building. So when somebody gives you feedback, do just take it on board. Even if it's different than what you might think, it's useful to hear it and then, aggregate it with other people and test and iterate your idea. One other thing that I was told that's really, really stuck with me, and it makes me think about the future a lot, is it's not that interesting to say that something will happen, but it's much more interesting to say by when and by how much and how, and to have a part in making that happen, I think is really exciting. So I hope that many of you out there are, testing your hypotheses and creating new value for people. And that's it for me.